Hi everyone, I'm sitting here enjoying a lovely evening, and I hope wherever you are, you're safe and healthy. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos. Thank you for staying connected to my YouTube channel. And today I'm coming in front of you to discuss something which really shocked me when I first heard about it. And let me share with you my thoughts on this topic, and I'll tell you more. In New York City, Mayor Eric Adams, during a speech, he suggested, and let me just tell you that I'm not going to quote his exact words, because if you want to read his exact words, you can go on the internet, do a search, and then you can read his quotes. But I'm going to tell you what I understood from the things that he said. Mayor Eric Adams of New York City, he suggested that the government may be looking into the possibility of forming some kind of partnership with homeowners, private homeowners in New York City to house migrants. So if you go back a few weeks, then you will remember, if you have been staying up to date on the news, then you probably remember that New York City administration, the government administration of the city of New York, they were looking at all possible options to find housing for the migrants. And at the time, it seemed all possible options means all possible options, but how many people could actually think how far this all possible options might go? You might have thought about hotels or community centers, or as we are seeing, faith communities are partnering with the city of New York to provide housing for the migrants. But did you ever think that all possible options could actually mean forming partnership with homeowners? I mean, the partnership hasn't been formed yet, but the government, the city of New York, is looking at forming partnerships with private homeowners to house migrants in private homes, in homes and apartments. And I was shocked when I read this news, when I saw news clips of Mayor Eric Adams speaking, and as reporters were talking about it, they were reporting on it. And I read the news, and I saw the video clips, and I was just shocked. I mean, there are no words to describe what's happening in New York City. The government in general, whether it's local, state, or federal, the government in general has a huge footprint. Government touches almost all aspects of a person's life. But now the government wants to go a step further to increase government's presence in private homes by sending migrants to private homes. The government is talking about offering some kind of financial incentives to private homeowners, something along the lines of a daily payment to house, just like, if you go to a hotel, you make a payment for every night that you stay. So the government is trying to come up with some kind of a similar plan, and this is Mayor Eric Adams' administration. His administration is trying to come up with some kind of a plan to provide daily payment to homeowners for housing migrants. So if homeowners agree that they are willing to take in a migrant family, or a migrant, like an individual or a family, I don't know what the details might be. If homeowners agree to house migrant families, maybe with children, or single adults, I don't know what the plan will be, and to provide them with housing and food and a place to shower, the government will make a daily payment. That's being proposed, I think, at this point. I mean, if the mayor talked about it during a speech, then obviously there is more to the story. Maybe he has the details all planned out, which perhaps he won't reveal just yet. I don't know. But just imagine, just think about the fact where we are today. A city mayor is talking about his administration partnering with private homeowners to provide housing for migrants. Now, as a homeowner, some folks are going to instantly say, no way, that's never possible. And others might be tempted by the possible payment. They may see this as a source of income. Let's say you've got a home, 3 bedrooms, maybe you're just staying alone, you use 1 bedroom. What about the other 2 bedrooms? Now, a homeowner in that situation may feel tempted to accept a daily payment and to provide housing for migrants, but that's just the beginning. What does that do to your privacy? What does that do to your household? What does that do to your safety and security? Let's think about who the migrants are. They are individuals who crossed the US-Mexico border to enter the United States, and they are here seeking asylum. We don't know who these individuals are. There are immigrants who follow the legal process and they come into the country through the proper immigration process. Those are individuals who go through thorough background checks and they go through the detailed immigration processing and paperwork. But the individuals that Mayor Eric Adams is referring to, these are people, these are foreign nationals who crossed the US-Mexico border. They entered the United States. They are here. We don't know much about them. We don't know about their background. We don't know details of where they came from, their history. And the conversation is about providing housing for these individuals. And now the government wants to go a step further and try to send these, the government is trying to send these individuals into people's homes. Now the government can't just push people into private homes, so they are talking about offering some kind of payment as an incentive to tempt homeowners into accepting a deal with the government and to let migrants into homes. But once the migrants are into a private home, what happens after that? I don't know. I don't have the answers. And I'm not going to speculate. But think about this. Think about your privacy. Think about your safety and security. Think about your home environment. Think about your household. And once you go into an agreement with the government, there are so many things that can go wrong. It will be some kind of a contract. And how many people are actually going to be thinking about these contracts and the details and the unintended consequences? There are way too many questions and answers. And so if you're watching this video and you're expecting that I will make predictions and that I will draw conclusions, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to draw any blanket general conclusions. But I'm pointing stuff out because I'm a trained analyst. You know, that's what I went to school for. I look at things and I think through, I think about the different possibilities that might occur. And I think this arrangement that the New York City government may be proposing, that Eric Adams referred to, there are so many things that can go wrong when private homeowners come to some kind of a contract with a city government and allow migrants into their homes. Obviously, homeowners, they have a right to do what they want inside their homes. It's their home. If a homeowner wants to let somebody in, that's obviously their decision. But this is not an ordinary situation. This is not you letting in a guest. This is not you letting in letting a friend into your home, or a relative, or a colleague, or a classmate. This is a situation in which we're talking about homeowners contracting with City of New York to allow foreign nationals, and we don't know much about these foreign nationals. As I said, we don't know much about their background because they haven't been through the thorough process that legal immigrants go through. And I'm just very concerned. You know, who could have thought that this kind of a plan would even be proposed? This is America. Think about your freedom. Think about your privacy. That's all I have, my friends. I'm not going to go into more details, but share with me your thoughts. And as I said, there are more questions than answers. And I'm not going to draw conclusions or speculate. But I'm here to ask questions. And I want to know your thoughts on this. Thank you for watching this video. Stay connected to my channel. Subscribe and let me know your thoughts.